Survivors of Ohio State University sexual predator Dr. Richard Strauss are coming together at this hour in New York City.
The HBO documentary detailing the team doctor's 20 years of abusing young male athletes will get its world premiere tonight at the Tribeca Film Festival. It's called Surviving Ohio State, and many of the survivors featured in the film were first interviewed by our Colleen Marshall and photographer Steve Ch4 in our award-winning series Culture of Cover-Up.
Now, Colleen was also interviewed for the documentary and is in Manhattan for the premiere.
Surviving Ohio State is going to premiere in this theater tonight. It is one of 118 films selected for the Tribeca Film Festival. Believe it or not, more than 14,000 movies were submitted. The survivors of Ohio State Dr. Richard Strauss kept quiet for decades. But back in 2018, they were ready to talk, and we were ready to listen.
He molested me the same way that he did others, and a lot of intimidation.
And we would see Dr. Strauss coming out of the showers, and he'd see us coming down the stairs. He'd do a U-turn, go right back into the showers, and stay in there from the first guy to the last guy.
Well, to this day, I cannot, to this moment, every day I'm thinking, holy, do these people not have kids? Do these people not have hearts or souls? Like there's a special place for these people, and it's not heaven. For those that knew, they knew Colleen.
One by one, we heard their anguished stories as they described being sexually abused, even being drugged and raped by Dr. Richard Strauss. But we also heard their anger as they learned the Strauss assaults lasted for nearly 20 years. And they say university leaders, even their own coaches, knew. Now, the stories they shared with us will be on a big screen and in 1 week available across the country on HBO.
OSU has controlled everything that they need to control for 8 years now, and it's really time for our court to really show us that it's not failing us. This documentary and your reporting and everybody's reporting on this is really bringing more justice than our court has for us.
Stephen Snyder-Hill was the student who persistently complained about Strauss back in 1995 until the university allowed the doctor to retire with a pension and emeritus status. He is also one of hundreds of survivors in federal lawsuits against the university, accusing OSU leaders of turning a blind eye to what Strauss was doing.
Something I've lived with for 45 years. Okay, I can still feel his hands, I can still feel his breath, I can still see his face for 45 years later.
Kent Kilgore is not in the documentary and is telling his story for the first time to me. He flew here from Florida with his wife to see the documentary because he is a Strauss victim, now part of this brotherhood of survivors.
And I'm just really angry at OSU for how much they fought us over the last 8 years. They have just really, they say they're fundamentally changed. They haven't changed. To me, they're just carrying on Strauss's legacy.
Surviving Ohio State is a 2-hour movie. It premieres here tonight. It will play at another theater tomorrow as part of the 12-day Tribeca Film Festival. Film critics and the survivors will be in the audience tonight, along with members of the general public. We'll hear their reaction tonight at 11, and we will also hear at 6 from the Academy Award-winning director, Eva Orner. In New York, Colleen Marshall, NBC4.
Now, Ohio State spokesman Ben Johnson says no one from the university is in New York to see the film, and Ohio State was not involved in its production.
In a statement, Johnson says Ohio State led the effort to investigate and expose Richard Strauss, and we express our deep regret and apologies to all who experienced Strauss's abuse. Since 2018, we have reached settlement agreements with more than half of the plaintiffs, 296 survivors, for more than $60 million. In addition, the university continues to cover the cost of professionally certified counseling services and other medical treatment.
Now, Storm